Alright, so for shaping the dough after you've taken it out of the fridge, so it's been in the fridge for 18 to 24 hours, something like that. You take it out, you let it sit on the counter for 2 hours, and then you take the saran wrap or whatever cover you had on your container off, and then you flour your surface. So you see right here I have my work surface floured. Generously, don't worry about getting too much flour on it. And then you'll notice that the dough balls should be nice and light, and they deflate a little bit when you take them out of the container, but that's okay. So you just take it out kind of gently, and then you want to plop it on the floured work surface. So it'll be sticky, especially if you used some of the ingredient measurements that I mentioned in the recipe, and that's okay as well. So if it makes it easier to work with, you just put some flour on your hands like this, and you have your dough here, and you just have, it's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you can see in the video. So you have one of your hands under the dough like this, and you just use your other hand to kind of just move it around in a circle. As you're moving around in a circle, you can use your fingers underneath just to kind of gently spread it out as you go. And you just kind of move it around in a circle like this, and then have it resting on your palm as you go. See my hands underneath here, and I'm just moving it around in a circle as I go. And then as you go, you can kind of use your fingers underneath to gently spread it out so it's in kind of like a circle shape. So this will take a bit of practice, and if you did let it sit out for 2 hours, you should notice that it feels very silky and it's spreading very easily, so you don't actually have to pull apart much. So you see I'm turning it around in circles, and as I go, it's just kind of spreading out by itself, which is nice. That's what you want. You don't have to force it. Now when you're shaping it, you'll notice in some parts in the dough, like there, you can see it starts getting a bit thin. So as you can start to see through it, that's fine. That means it's really thin, and that's kind of what you want. You just avoid that spot when you're using your hands to move it around and shape it. And then you spread out the other parts so you make it as even as possible. Your goal is not to have any holes in it. If you have holes in it, it'll stick on the peel, and then you won't be able to get it off the peel, and you'll probably have to throw the pizza out. But double O flour and letting it sit like this, especially in the fridge and then on the counter for 2 hours, it'll make it so it stretches pretty easily without having holes. So your goal is just to make it kind of like 12 inches in diameter in a circle. You'll take a bit of practice to get a circle, doesn't matter. As long as you're getting pizza, it doesn't even matter if it's a triangle. But at first, and once you get it big enough, you just kind of plop it down back on your surface, and then you can use your hands to spread it out a little bit. So you'll notice it'll be a bit bubbly. That's also normal. So basically that's what you do to get your pizza in a circle shape. Once you get it out, don't be afraid just to circle it around, and it's good if it's getting thin like that. You should start to be able to see through it. So take a bit of practice, but you just use one of your hands, push it underneath, keep pushing it around in a circle, and use your fingers to spread it out as you go.